This conference will now be recorded.
What error you are getting?
After submitting all details,
Okay.
here I'm getting error as account assignment. It is asking account assignments.
Okay, so will you able to share the screen now, or you are using the same server, right? Or
Yes,
different
sir.
server?
Same server.
Same server. Let me see.
I will share my screens.
You will share. Okay. So I made you as a presenter.
Sir, are you able to see?
Yes, yes.
Oh.
Is the same server which we are using or separate one? It seems something else.
Same server.
Same server. Okay. Good. What is the storage location? I think storage location you entered wrong one. Plant storage locations with set term 1001. Plant, what is the plant?
Plant 400.
Enter. Enter. Account assignment mandatory for the material. Okay, I think you haven't activated the quantity update and value update for this particular material type. Enter the delivery date. Delivery date as 30/06/2022. Select any date. Yeah.
Oh,
So just now enter.
yes.
Okay, so what is the material type? Go to OMS to go to the material type configuration.
The material type is raw materials.
Yeah, go to the OMS to material type configuration. I think you haven't activated the quantity and value update.
Where does SPRO transaction?
Yeah, don't go to SPRO, just go to OMS2. OMS2 is the transaction code, right? No, not logistics. Logistic general. What is the material type? Can you go to MM03 or yeah, go to the purchase requisition. Just double click on material. That material number, right?
Oh,
Just double click on it. Okay, so it will go to the material master. Okay, so that I symbol is there, right? I symbol, I, that blue color I symbol. After description, just click there. So the material type is 4433. Okay, close this, go back, go to the material master configuration screen. Now select 4433 material type. Okay, select and quantity and value update. What is the plant? Put the cursor on the position. No, position. Okay, so enter. What is the plant we are trying to create? 4005 is the plant, right?
yes.
Enter. Okay, so the quantity and value update is not active. That is the reason that error is coming. Yeah, now save it. Okay, now try to check in the purchase requisition. Enter. Enter. Now try to save it. Check and save it. Try to check. Save it, no problem. Close and save it.
Oh, do you want to put the document on hold or process data?
Cancel. I think just remove the material number, again re-enter. Remove the material number. Yeah, completely remove it. Delete it. Enter. Okay, now add the material number. Yes. Enter. I think come out and try to create again. Come out of the requisition. Why? Because we created the material, later we made some changes, right? Okay, now try to create again. What is the purchase organization? I think you selected one, right?
102.
1024. 1024. Okay, so now
Yes, sir.
that is got gone. What is that
Can I
error
check?
message? Can you click on error message? Enter valuation price. Enter the price in the valuation tab. Yeah, you need to enter the price, right? Below. below the, yeah, enter some 5 rupees. Okay, now it is done.
Now, can I say it now?
Yes, yes. Okay. Okay, so any other doubts? Anyone has any other doubts?
Sir, what is valuation area, sir?
Valuation area is nothing but plant only. Okay, so in SAP, valuation area can be plant or company code, but SAP suggests to have the valuation area as a plant. Whenever there is something came as valuation area, it is nothing but a plant only.
Oh,
Okay, so any other doubts or clarifications?
no, sir.
Okay, what about others? Okay, so did anyone able to create a release strategy? Purchase requisitions release strategy?
No, sir.
No.
Just
Okay.
actually, idea.
Okay, then try to do the purchase requisition release strategy and let me know. It is very important topic.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so let me share my screen.
Oh,
So you can stop screen sharing. I will be sharing the screen. Okay, so where are we during the previous class? Anyone has idea?
yes, sir. We are vendor selection process.
Yes. Okay, so we were able to complete a step number 1 in the procurement cycle, that is purchase requisition creation, as well as we were also able to create a release strategy. So the next topic is a vendor selection process. As a part of vendor selection process, I am going to take 3 different vendors and trying to compare those 3 vendors by creating a separate request for quotation against each and every vendor for the materials which I am trying to buy. Okay, so let us say we have created 3 requests for quotations. Quotation number 1 against 7028 vendor, quotation number 2 against 7029, quotation number 3 against 7030. Then against these particular quotations, the vendor has sent the quotes back to the purchasing department of a company. Okay, so then they mentioned that vendor 1 said he will be able to supply the material at the rate of 10 rupees, and vendor 2 said 15 rupees, and vendor 3 said that 20 rupees. Okay, so they will also send the characteristics like what is the delivery terms and conditions they are going to apportionate against this particular procurement. Also the purchase order payment terms. Also they can give you the details of the warranty and all those things. Okay, but in SAP standard, you do not have option to compare the vendors based upon the warranty or payment terms or delivery terms and conditions, etc. If you wanted to have the comparison based upon all other elements along with the price, we need to go for the custom development. But in SAP, we have only a standard development which will compare the vendors based upon the price only. It will only compare the vendors based upon price. It will not compare based upon the payment terms or delivery conditions or whatever may be the warranty, all those things, etc. So let us say I have received the prices back from the vendors for the quotations which I have requested. So I need to maintain these prices, right? So where I will maintain the prices? What is the transaction code to maintain the price? The transaction code to maintain the prices is ME49. Let me go to the SAP system. Let me go to the SAP. Okay, so India 123. Okay, so I will go to the logistics, materials management, then purchasing, then request for quotations, and request for quotation. Then you have a quotation over here, right? So just go to the quotation, and you see there is something known as maintain. So I will go to the ME47. I will just double click on ME47. So what is the quotation number over here? So the quotation number is 60062, and I will click on enter. So against this particular quotation, I think we already maintained, I think. So this is the price which I have maintained against this particular quotation. 10 rupees is the price per piece of the outlet wall that is being quoted by the vendor number 1. And I will also maintain the prices with the quotation number 2, quotation number 2. So here the price is maintained as 15 rupees over here. Then let me go back, and quotation number 3 is 60064. So I will just click on enter. So here also we have maintained the price as 20 rupees. So if I wanted to change the prices, whatever the prices I have maintained, I can go to the again 47 only, ME47 only. I can make some changes if I want to make changes to the prices. So if I want to put 25, I can put it over here by changing over here to the 20 to 25, etc. Okay, but let me go back to the display. If I wanted to display the prices which I have maintained, I can display by using the ME48 transaction code. ME48 is for the display of the prices that are maintained in the quotation. Okay, so then once these prices are maintained, then what we have to do? You need to compare. So in SAP standard, we do not have an option to compare the vendors based upon the parameters like quality parameters, warranty, and all those things, etc. You have only the option to maintain the compare the prices based upon the compare the vendors based upon the price only. So what is the transaction code to compare the codes? So the transaction code to compare the codes are ME49. Let me go to the system. So ME49 is the transaction code for the price comparison of the vendors, and select one of the best vendor out of these 3 vendors. So I will just go to the ME49 transaction code, and I will input the quotation numbers which I have created over here for the comparison purpose. What is my purchase organization? The purchase organization is IN47. And what are the codes that I am trying to compare? So these are the 3 codes, right? So I will select this particular code, and I will input this particular code over here, and I will go to this particular right side arrow button, and I will input the other quotations also which I am trying to compare. So I just maintain the 3 quotations. I just wanted to have the comparison. Okay, so I will just click on check, and I will click on execution button, and I will select a mean value quotation and the minimum value quotation. I will select these 2 things as well, and I will go to the, if I wanted to include during the quotation comparison purpose, quotation comparison creation, I can include the discounts, delivery costs, and determine effective price details as well. If a vendor specified the discount and the delivery cost, so those things also I can consider into the net price or the vendor selection process. Okay, but we haven't included any discounts and the delivery costs and the maintenance of the price for the quotation. That is the reason it will not have any impact, even though if you select the delivery cost or the discounts. Okay, so what I will do, I will go to the execution button now. When I click on a execution button, so this is the way a price comparison list will be showing in front of you. Okay, so what is the material quotation number 1? So the quotation number 1 is 62, created again at the vendor number 7028, and the quotation value is, so the quotation value is, the vendor said he is going to apportionate 10 rupees per piece. So 10 multiplied by 10,000 numbers of the quotation, right? So you created a quotation for the 10,000 numbers. So 10 multiplied by 10,000 will be 1 lakh rupees is the total value of the quotation. And what is the per piece price quoted by the vendor? It is 10 rupees. Okay, so then quotation number 2. Okay, so it is 60063 and the vendor is 7029. He is quoting 15 rupees. So what is the total value of the quotation? That is 10,000 multiplied by 15 is, it is 1,50,000 rupees. Quotation number 2, quotation number 3, he is charging 20 rupees, right? But since we have selected a discount as well as the delivery cost, so it is getting calculated as 19.4. So 19.4 multiplied by 10,000, it is coming as a 1,94,000 is the total value of your requisition. Not requisition, but quotation. Okay, so here there is also a total value which I am trying to buy. It is 10,000 numbers. 10,000 multiplied by 10 is at 1 lakh. 10,000 multiplied by 15, 1,50,000. 10,000 multiplied by 19.4, it is 1,94,000. Right, so the system is trying to give a rank number 1, rank number 2, and rank number 3. So why rank number 1, rank number 2, and rank number 3? Because it has given a rank number 1 to the vendor number 1. Why? Because he is charging a very less price, right, compared to the vendor number 2 and vendor number 3. So what I will do, I will try to it is just some plus or minus is happening over here. So you see over here, it is the rank is given by the system is 1 for the vendor number 1. Why it has given rank number 1? Because he is charging a very less price. So that is the reason system is suggesting to go for procurement against this particular vendor for the material outlet valve. So the second best vendor will be 7029. He is charging only 15 rupees. And third best vendor is the 7030. He is charging a 20 rupees. So I can cancel or I can reject the quotation of the vendor number 3. Why? Because he is a rank number 3 vendor provided by he is the rank number 3 vendor. So what I have to do, I just need to reject this particular quotation. How I will reject? I will just double click on this particular quotation and I can reject the same by putting the rejection indicator over here. So I can put the rejection indicator over here so that I will be able to reject the quote number 3 which is created by the vendor for the vendor 7030. So let me save this. I just rejected this particular quotation. I can also reject the quotation number 2 if required. I will just double click it and I will go to the quotation number 2 and I can put the rejection indicator over here. Okay, so who is the best vendor in this case? So the best vendor is the 7028 is the best vendor for the procurement of the this particular material. Okay, so 7028 is the best vendor for this particular procurement, who is nothing but a rank number 1. Okay, so here it is a simple comparison statement based upon the prices. But if you wanted to have the comparison based upon the parameters like delivery terms and conditions and the quality of the material, you need to go for the SAP standard. Not SAP standard, you need to go for some of the customized program. You need to develop the program with the help of the technical team and use it accordingly. Okay. So for the purchase request for quotations also, there will be a release strategy or the release process. So the release strategy for the release process for the request for quotations can be for the documents like request for quotation or contract, like value contract and the quantity contract, and for the scheduling agreement, value contract and the quantity contract, and for the scheduling agreement, and for the purchase order, and for purchase order we can discuss, means one release strategy can suffice the purpose of the release process for all these documents: request for quotation, contract, scheduling agreement, and purchase order. So the release strategy for the request for quotation and all these documents we will discuss during the PO creation. Okay, so one release strategy can suffice the purpose of all these documents. Okay, so when we were discussing the PO creation, we can go ahead and do the release strategy, and we will see whether that particular release strategy is being used for all these document types or not. Okay, so quotations can also be created. We have created the quotation manually, right? So if you want to create a quotation, you can create the quotation with reference to the purchase requisition as well. Like we have created the quotation manually by inputting all the documents individually, right? All the details individually. But I want to create a quotation with reference to the purchase order. I can also create with reference to the purchase order as well. So let me quickly create one purchase order so that we will see whether that particular quotation can be purchase requisition can be referred to the quotation or not. So what I will do, I will try to quickly create a purchase requisition for the material X906. Let us say quantity is 10,000 numbers, plant is IN47, and 0002 is the storage location, and purchasing organization is 000. Then the plant is purchase organization is IN47. So I just created this particular purchase requisition and I will save it. Okay, so the purchase requisition number is 48091. I will try to release this particular purchase requisition if required. So there is no release strategy for this particular purchase requisition. I can convert this particular purchase requisition into a request for quotation as well. How I will convert? I will go to the ME41 transaction code, and let us say the purchase request for quotation document type is AN, and quotation deadline date is, let us say, 15/06/2022, and the purchasing group is 000, and the plant is IN47, and the storage location is 0001 or 2. So I have created a purchase requisition. I can take purchase requisition as a reference and I can create a request for quotation. How I will create? I will go to the reference to purchase requisition, and this is the purchase requisition. I just wanted to convert it into a request for quotation. So then what I will do, I will click on continue, and I can put any of the collective number. Let us say I want to put a collective number, this one, and I will click on enter. So this is the requisition which I am trying to take as a reference and trying to create a request for quotation. So I will select the request for purchase requisition document line item, and I will click on adopt details. Okay, so I will click on enter. So I will be able to select one of the vendor against which I want to create a quote. Let us say 7030 is the vendor against which I want to create a request for quotation. So I can save it. So like this, I can create a request for quotation with reference to the existing purchase requisition. Okay, so today we can stop over here. So tomorrow we can join at 6 o'clock. Okay, instead of 6:30, we can join. We will start the class at 6 o'clock and continue till 7 o'clock. Why? Because some people requested that they are facing issues with the office timings. Office timings means there is one batch going on 9:30 to 10:30. So they said that they will be able to. They are not able to join because of the timing. So that is the reason we have preponed our class timings from 6 to 7 for the 6:30 to 7:30 batch, and 7:30 to 8:30, 7 to 8, like that. Okay, so is that fine? Will you able to join at 6 o'clock from tomorrow onwards?
Yes.
Okay, what about others? Others, any issues in joining at 6 to 7? Can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so tomorrow we will join at 6 o'clock. So we will continue from 6 to 7. Okay.
Yes.
So please try to practice it and let me know if you have any queries. So I just wanted to see at least somebody created a release strategy. Okay, why? Because it is a little bit complicated, and there are so many steps that are included in the backend configuration. Try to do that and let me know so that we can discuss tomorrow. Okay, so today I am closing the session for 15 minutes early. Okay, so thanks for joining the call. Thank you. Bye bye.